Today, we will be able to solve and graph multi-step inequalities. All right, so if you can solve multi-step equations, which you are really good at, multi-step inequalities are not much different. We just now have an inequality symbol instead of an equation symbol. So, what are the solutions of 9 plus 4t is greater than 21? Graph and check the answers, or check the solutions. So, first thing, I'm going to put the line down the middle, just like I would with an equation, right? And then I'm going to solve it just like I would if there was an equal sign. So, subtract 9 from both sides. I get 4t is greater than 12. Then I divide both sides by 4, and I get t is greater than 3. Okay, so my solutions are any t that is greater than 3. So first I'm going to graph that. So if I have a number line, and I have 3, it's going to be an open circle because it doesn't actually include 3 because it's not greater than or equal to, it's just greater than. And it's greater than, so that goes to the right. It's any number that is greater than 3. Then I'm going to check my solution. So I could pick any number that's greater than 3. I'm going to pick 5. So I'm going to substitute 5 in for t because 5 is greater than 3. So 9 plus 4 times 5 is greater than 21. 9 plus 20 is greater than 21, and 29 is greater than 21. That is a true statement. 29 is in fact greater than 21, so therefore I did it correctly. Okay, I want you to work on these, pause the video, work on these 3, and then check your answers with me. Please solve them and graph them. All right, so you should have paused the video and you should have solved these 3 before checking in with me. For the first one, you should get A is greater than or equal to -4. Remember, the sign flips because I'm going to be dividing by a negative. So therefore, my graph would look like this. The circle would be filled in because it equals -4. I would be being greater than -4. The second one, you will get 3 is greater than n. Again, this sign's going to flip because I'm dividing by a -3. Okay, 3 is greater than n is the same thing as writing n is less than 3. Okay, don't write that n is greater than 3 because that's not true. The arrow is like pointing towards the n, and so that means n is less than 3. I just flipped the whole thing around, if that makes sense to you. So, I will have 3, an open circle, and n is less than 3. For the last one, it's the same thing, except this time we aren't going to flip. You're going to get 25 is greater than n. But again, because the arrow is pointing towards the n is the smaller number. So if I want to make this make sense to graphing, I would write n is less than 25. So I would have a number line. Here's 25, open circle, and n is less than that. Remember, if you ever have any questions, you can always email me or Miss Weldy if she is your teacher. Okay, I want you to pause the video, and I want you to send me or Miss Weldy, whoever is your teacher, an email that says that you are at minute 3.58. Okay, email us that you have reached 3 minutes and 58 seconds in the video, and then come back and resume the video. All right, multi-step word problems. In a community garden, you want to fence in a vegetable garden that is adjacent to your friend's garden. You have at most 42 feet of fence. What are the possible lengths for your garden? So if I want to fence in something, I'm working with perimeter. Okay, I know that my width here is going to be 12 inches because that, or sorry, 12 feet because that is given to you, and I don't know what the width or the length is going to be. Okay, so I know that like my equation for my perimeter is going to be 2x because I have two sides that I don't know, here and here. So that's 2x, okay, plus I know that both widths are 12, so that's 2 times 12, which is 24. And I know that that cannot be greater than 42. So this is like the fencing for my garden, and it must be less than or equal to 42 feet, because I have at most 42 feet. I can't have it be greater than 42 because I don't have more than 42 feet. I have 42 feet or less. All right? From there, solve that inequality. You would get 2x, I don't have very much room, which is why I'm not showing my work as well as I should, is less than or equal to 18. So x is less than or equal to 6. Okay, so sorry, 9, not 6. Oh my, this isn't going well. I got x is less than or equal to 9. Okay, so my width here or whatever has to be less than or equal to 9 feet. Okay, it can't be any more than 9 feet, or else I won't be able to fit it, like the fence around. Okay, it could be 8 feet, it could be 7 feet, it could be 6 feet, but you cannot fence in more than 9 feet. Okay, pause the video and try this next question and then check your answer with me. All right, the possible widths of the banner would be anything that like x is less than or equal to 6. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 feet. Okay, it can't be 0 feet because then you wouldn't have a banner. Okay, that wouldn't make sense. It can be anything between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 feet. I just put like the whole numbers that it could be. It can't be negative feet because that doesn't make sense. Okay, but we know that it can be anything less than 6 feet, including 6 feet. All right, so again, we're going to solve this just like we would solve a multi-step equation. So first, line down the middle, and I distribute. So I get 3t plus 3 minus 4t is greater than or equal to negative 5. Then I combine my like terms. So I get negative t plus 3 is greater than or equal to negative 5. Subtract 3 from both sides. Negative t is greater than or equal to negative 8. Divide by negative 1. T is less than or equal to positive 8. Okay, so if I graph it and I have 8, I'm going to go less than that. All right, I want you to solve this one on your own. Pause it, solve it, graph it, and check your answer before you come back and check your answer with me. Okay, you should have either gotten negative 3 is greater than or equal to m, or if you change it around, m is less than or equal to negative 3. So therefore, close and circle, and it's less than that. Okay, you try this one, pause the video, try it, and then check your answer with me. All right, you should have gotten n, oh no, you should have gotten that n is greater than 3. All right, so you need to go back to Canvas and you need to look at what your homework is going to be for tonight. You may download the homework and you can do it on a separate piece of paper, and then you must upload the homework to me by tomorrow at midnight. It's still due by tomorrow at midnight. If you have any questions, please email me to ask.